The job I want is to be the mayor of the city of New York. That's the job I want.
He's certainly not polling well.
No.
Now, if you had two people drop out, could somebody win? The answer is maybe, but even that's going to be a little bit of a long shot, I guess, based on the polls.
Welcome back to Inside City Hall. Mayor Adams continues to insist that he is staying in the race for mayor after denying reports that he could bow out of the race and possibly take a job in the Trump administration. In recent days, the mayor has dodged questions about whether he will be meeting with White House officials this week. President Trump, meanwhile, has denied speaking with Adams about dropping out of the race, but has repeatedly said that he believes the best way to defeat Zohran Mamdani is in a head-to-head matchup. Joining me now to talk more about that is somebody else who believes that. John Catsimatidis is the owner of the Gristedes grocery chain and chairman of the Red Apple Group. He also hosts the Cats Roundtable, a talk show on WABC Radio, which he owns. Welcome back to the show. Good to see you.
Well, Earl, thank you for thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Let's start with some of the news of the day. Did you know Charlie Kirk?
Charlie Kirk worked for WABC in 2021 and 2022, and when his contract was up, we replaced him with Curtis Sliwa. It was 12 o'clock noontime to 1 o'clock because Curtis was just a member of the WABC family.
Sure. It's such a shock to see somebody
It
like
is
that.
very, very sad. And you know what I think, Earl? I think, 9/11 united the American people. I think this could unite the American people again because the American people have been divided for the last few years. And I hope, because we're all Americans. And look, the migrants that came in, if 10% of them, if 5% of them were bad people, if 5 million came in, if 10 million came in, I don't mind. I was the chairman of the Ellis Island Foundation. We want immigration, but we don't want invasion. So the only disagreement I have with the Biden administration is, why let in the drug dealers? Why let in the murderers? Why let in the killers? And that's what I was afraid of. So I recommended to the president when I saw him a couple weeks ago. I said to him, maybe we should double the amount of FBI agents. We have to protect the American people, and that's my position.
I read some of your autobiography where you talked about your experience as a proud immigrant and somebody who loves America. Are you concerned that I think for the first time in American history, the number of people coming into the country has fallen below the number of people leaving?
I believe that I'm concerned the birth rate in America. The Europeans are concerned about the birth rate in America because the migrants that moved into Great Britain, the migrants that moved into Germany or France, they're having 14 kids each.
Sure.
Meanwhile, the Germans, the French, the British only having 1.5. So if those migrants that moved into Europe are having 14 kids each, at what point do they outvote the Germans? At what point do they outvote?
Well, but let's talk about America. I mean,
let's talk about it.
If we have immigrants coming here, America has tended to grow. But here again, it's slowing and it's even reversing, and that is part of what the president wants through this mass deportation campaign, right?
Well, not the deportation necessarily, but bring in people that want to assimilate and become Americans. My grandfathers came in 1913. They wanted to work 70 hours a week. And you know why there's no Greek diners anymore? Because the Greek diners, they worked 70 hours a week, 90 hours a week, but they sent their kids to become accountants, doctors, lawyers.
Radio station owners.
And radio station owners.
And so forth.
And that's why. And look, we want America the way me and you grew up. That if we bring in migrants or immigrants, we bring them in, we want them to assimilate to become Americans, not for them to change America.
Let's talk about somebody who came here as a young man, Zohran Mamdani. You were in the category, you gave a press conference not that long ago saying, whatever else happens, all of the other candidates should get together and figure out which one of them can defeat him. Every poll that we've seen, 3 in the last 2 days, suggests that doesn't seem to be happening. And at least one of these people is your employer. is your employee, I should say, Curtis Sliwa.
Well, Curtis,
what's the state of this question now?
Curtis is family, and I wish the best for him. Eric Adams, I know he's been mayor for 4 years. The Cuomo family I've worked with for the last 30 years. So my position was anybody but Zohran, because I don't believe in socialism. I believe in Governor Hochul was in our Southampton breakfast that we have every Saturday with Father Alex. And what do we do? She says, New York City is the capitalist capital of the world. President Trump said the same thing. And we don't want socialism. Look, I was in Cuba. And
I was going to say, you've met with Fidel Castro. You've had dinner with him.
Yes. I have dinner with him. He's a very nice man. He smiles well. This is Zohran. He smiles well. I have no problem with it. But I had an old Jewish German mentor, and his comment was, it is reasonable to assume a person will do tomorrow what he did yesterday. And if you look at all of Zohran's videos, he wants to change New York. He wants to change America. We want America the way me and you grew up. I want America the way maybe when I grew up, Ozzie and Harriet.
But you know,
Father knows best.
Catsimatidis, you know what mayors can and cannot do. They're a public employee. They're term limited. The mayor has to.
He can destroy the police department.
Has to get cooperation from the state, from the courts. There's collective bargaining. There are legally binding contracts that he signed.
But he can destroy
the federal government.
He can destroy the police department. He can destroy the Department of Education. He can destroy.
Have you met with him? Do you have a sense that that's what he wants to do?
I've talked to him on the phone.
You think that's what he wants to do?
I remember what I said. My old Jewish mentor. It is reasonable to assume a person will do today what he preached about the last 5-10 years.
Well, the government-run grocery stores, I got a big kick out of that because I know you've had some commentary on it.
I'll sell mine.
And you know a lot about this, right? I mean, tell me if I'm wrong about this, but what I've read is that some of your Gristedes stores are they're commercial tenants in real estate that you own. So that they don't necessarily have to turn a profit, because we're always talking about like 2% margins on grocery stores.
Right now, you know, I got to keep pronouncing your name right. Errol. Errol. Right now, we're not making 1%, 2% margin. You know why half the drugstores have left New York? You know why half the supermarkets have closed down? Because we're not making plus 2%. We're losing 2% right now. Everything is locked up. Everything is locked up.
Yeah.
And people, we're paying the highest electric costs in the country. We're paying the highest rents in the country. We're paying the highest wages in the country. We're all union wages. And congestion pricing.
So
who pays the congestion pricing?
So if a government-run store wanted to absorb some of those costs, they could in fact bring some of the prices down.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what? I'm going to fight City Hall?
No.
That's it.
No. Okay. Very, very interesting. What is the state of this question? When you look at the polls, I mean, it seems to me we're almost at a point where even if almost everybody dropped out of the race and there was only one opponent to Mamdani, some of these matchups, according to these polls, it looks like he would still come out on top.
Earl, I think that what President Trump has said to me a couple of weeks ago, what we talked about in July, about Cuomo, looks like it should be one-on-one with Mamdani. And maybe he's right, and maybe it should be Cuomo against, I don't know. Look, I know Eric Adams. All three of them would make fine mayors. But if let's see, I think Eric Adams said he's going to do a new poll on his own to decide what he wants to do.
If for whatever reason Zohran Mamdani does prevail and gets sworn in, is he somebody, speaking as a businessman, that you could do business with?
I don't know, but don't forget, 1% of New Yorkers pay 48% of the taxes in New York City. If half of those 1% leave, guess what? New York goes poof.
Well, you're not going anywhere.
I love New York.
You got a grandson here. You got businesses here.
I love
you
New
like
York.
It here. Yeah, you got a radio station here. In all seriousness, have things reached that point? Because you wouldn't leave. Nobody would leave unless they thought they were getting a better deal
Earl,
somewhere
I
else.
can take care of myself, but I worry about my kids walking around. I worry about my grandson walking around with his Meg, his mom. So I worry about them. I can take care of myself, you know. But I worry about our friends.
Okay, no, that is our job. We are here to worry, and we'll hope that everything works out well. Great to see you. We'll talk again soon.
Thank you.